It is my privilege to welcome you all to the 102nd session of Indian Science Congress. This is a historical moment for all of us. Mumbai is known as the financial capital of India. In the past, Mumbai was known as the city of science. Many premier scientific institutions located in Mumbai led country by its progress in science and technology. For 102nd session of Indian Science Congress, we are able to seek the active participation of all the scientific institutions in Mumbai. The annual conference of Science Congress is the largest congregation of scientists in the country, perhaps in the world. The journey started in 1914 with very first Congress at Kolkata. It was attended by 105 delegates. I feel enthused by the presence of about 16,000 delegates for this Congress, including Nobel laureates, Fields Melodies, and scientists from abroad. The special feature of today's gathering is that out of 16,000, more than 75% are students, and among students, 50% are girls. That is the specialty of this Congress. Science and technology for human development is the focal theme of the Science Congress. The origin of science lies in the evolution of the human brain and the intrinsic sense of curiosity in human being to explore, to know, and to understand the nature and the world around. Science and technology has been central to poverty alleviation and economic development. However, a large portion of the benefits of science and technology have not reached to the majority of poor, both in developing and developed countries. Scientific research converts money into knowledge, and innovations convert knowledge into wealth through development of technologies. We must understand this cycle. Human Development Index is the summarized measure of average achievement in key dimensions of human development, that is long and healthy life, being knowledgeable, and having a decent standard of living. To have a better Human Development Index, we have to revolutionize health, education, and economic sectors, creating more jobs and opportunities. We have to build up on existing infrastructure and use modern technology to achieve our goals. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a very comprehensive movement. It has both health as well as environmental dimension. Apart from the change in common man's mindset about concern for cleanliness in public places, we have to develop affordable and easily accessible technology to succeed in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. It is a challenge for the scientific community to develop appropriate technology. We need to provide easy access to quality education to all the sections of the society at all the levels, primaries, secondary and tertiary. Formal vocational training is provided to only 10% of the students in India, whereas it is 96% in South Korea. The new ministry for skill development is a right step in this direction. By 2020, India is determined to have gross enrollment ratio 30%. That is the ratio by which country is supposed to be labeled as a developed country. There are 15 crore students, there are 15 crore youngsters in the age group of 18 to 23. That means if we achieve the GER of 30%, 5 crore students must be in higher education. That means we have to double the enrollment in higher education. For that, you have to use the ICT and other technology so that we can enroll about 5 crore students in higher education system. Then only we can achieve GER of 30%. We have to think afresh about the work culture in our education system. Culture of meritocracy and of innovative practices should replace the current protective policies based on mere seniority and group considerations. Governance model of higher education institutes be such that significant part of its revenue be generated through consultancy and research projects. It will force institutes to establish their credibility about their capacity and capability among the stakeholders. Agriculture sector is awaiting second green revolution. Only this will ensure food security, which is most essential for social and political stability of the country. With adequate precautionary measures, GM crops will, with zero defective and zero effective, should be developed. Innovate and make in India should become the reality, especially in industrial sector. India has the potential to become a manufacturing hub in the near future. Development of Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor as a global manufacturing and investment destination is a first step towards achieving the goal of Make in India. In support of government initiatives like Make in India, the STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, this kind of culture be deeply rooted in the Indian education system at all levels. Affordable and abundant, safe, environment-friendly energy is the critical input for balanced, sustainable and inclusive development of India. Fossils, renewable and nuclear energy are the three choices for India. India has a limited sources of fossil fuels. Renewable energy, comprising mainly of solar, wind, tidal and biomass, can be very promising and environmental friendly. Chemical industries and pharmaceutical industries can be other areas where India can be world leader. Presently, India is the hub for quality pharmacy products at an affordable cost. Astounding success of the Mangalyaan mission certainly made every Indian proud about the scientific capabilities. Apart from the immense national pride that the mission has brought to us, the spin-offs from space missions would eventually become tremendously important for development. On all these issues, there are different sessions for next 5 years, right from the Clean India, Make in India, or STEM. All these ideas are covered in the forthcoming sessions. The references to the progress of science in ancient India are in Rig Veda and Yajurveda. The concept of zero and decimal system is the Indian contribution to number system. Development of arithmetic and trigonometry is the gift of India to the world of mathematics. Historians of mathematics revealed that Kerala School of Mathematics developed rudimentary calculus long before Newton and Leibniz. Indians are very good in mathematical sciences. Abstract way of thinking has been a part of Indian culture right from Vedic days. Indians have gained highly appreciable achievements in the field of computing, especially in the development of software. This has its roots in traditional training of quality mathematics right from the school days. Unfortunately, there is dilution in the recent times for mathematics. India to become the world leader in ICT-related technology, mathematical thinking must be deeply rooted in our youngsters' mind right from the school days. We need to identify and support more modern-day Ramanujams. Mathematics Olympiad activity is needed to be further supported to spot young mathematical talents in all parts of the country. ISCA was formed with the objective to advance and promote the cause of science in India. Dissemination of scientific temper will help overcome social differences based on unscientific notions and bind the people of India together. Participation in the Science Congress, will provide unique experience of interdisciplinary approach to everybody. Students are expected to get charged to do something unique in the field of science and technology for the cause of humanity and for the cause of Mother India. We assure the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, that the scientific community of India will not fail in its duties to support the government's dream to build modern India with the help of world-class scientific manpower. Lastly, I would like to offer a motto to our great countrymen: विज्ञान का ज्ञान बनाए भारत देश महान। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।